The ex-CEO of GE, Jack Welsh, he once said, the biggest dirty little secret in industry is the lack of candor, where people don't speak up to avoid conflict, or they sugarcoat information to create illusions. And my story tonight, it's all about speaking up, taking chances, and risking everything. My story starts off 15 years ago. It's a Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock, and I'm a risk engineer for a chemical corporation. I'm sitting in my office, and I'm having a lousy day. I'm a risk engineer, so one of my jobs is to prevent the major accidents, the fires, the explosions, the toxic releases, the big machinery blowing up. And a big machine, a gas turbine generator at one of the chemical plants, it's blown up, it has spat its guts, and it is a $30 million accident. And it's only 3 months old. Right beside it is an identical machine, still running, printing money. It's Texas, the heat of Texas, when power prices are at a premium and nobody wants to shut it down. This thing is making a profit of a couple of $100,000 a day. I'm a mechanical engineer, and my gut is telling me the second machine, it's going to be on the verge of having a similar accident. But nobody was listening to me. Nobody wanted to take the unpopular position of saying we need to shut this down. My boss, Adrian, walks into my office, and he says, "Dave, I need your help. I've been asked to go up to a meeting with the president of the company and the executives to explain why you've been telling everybody that we need to shut down this second gas turbine generator. And I need you to come with me as my technical advisor. We need to be up there in 20 minutes. I want you to gather your thoughts, and I'll meet you at the elevator to go up to the executive level." I sat there, got out a bit of paper, did a little bit of mind mapping. Okay, what am I going to do to try and convince the president of the company to shut down this gas turbine generator? And 20 minutes later, I'm at the elevator, and my boss, Adrian, is there. And I'm just about to press the button, and he stops me and he says, "Dave, I've got to be really honest with you. The president of the company, he's old school, he's got a wicked temper, and he's known for sacking people on the spot if he doesn't like what they're saying. And Dave, I think we're both going to get sacked today." Now, for Adrian, who was 59 years old, getting sacked wasn't a bad thing. He would have got a 2-year package and early retirement, not so bad. But 15 years ago, this Irishman didn't have his American citizenship at the time. I was in the country on a work visa. Do you know what happens when you lose your job and you're in the country on a work visa? You get to go home, hug your family, put the house up for sale, and wonder what country you're going to go and live in next. I pressed the button, and we went silently up to the executive level. We walked through the door into the boardroom, and you could cut the tension with a sword. The other executives were looking at their shoes. There was no doubt their heads were already rolling. And the president of the company, he had this gigantic gelled comb over, and he was bright red in the face with anger, and the comb over had fallen off. It was actually hanging out at the side like a killer whale's fin. And he looked at me, and the challenging started. He shouted at me, he screamed at me, he challenged me, but I stood my ground. I was prepared. I said to him, "Sir, the insurance carriers have told us they've pulled coverage on the second gas turbine generator. We've been telling them for 20 years that we're a good insurance risk. They're watching us. Sir, the gas turbine generators, they're only 3 months old, and insurance carriers will tell you that when they make changes to gas turbine generators, they need to have 3 machines running for 3 years to say it's proven technology. Our machines are not proven technology. The final point I made with him was, 2 years earlier, a big steam turbine generator had blown up. It was a shrapnel path. The shaft of the generator had gone through the side of a building. There was a big oil and hydrogen fire. 2 people should have been killed that day. They just happened to be in the control room doing a little training session at the time. And I said to him, it would send a really good message to the employees if we shut this down. We tell them that safety is number 1. This would be a great message. Myself and my boss, Adrian, we didn't get sacked that day. And in fact, that night, the president of the company, he ordered the second gas turbine generator to be shut down. And they did a quick inspection on the inside of it, and it was on the verge of failure. So by me speaking up and taking that chance, I basically saved the company $30 million and also saved the company from having a really red face. They would have lost an awful lot of credibility. They call, people have said to me over the years, well, Dave, including my wife has said to me, why did you actually go up to that boardroom when you had so much to lose? And here's the thing, and it's really important. My boss, Adrian, was also my friend, and he needed my help. But the important thing was, I had the business communication skills and the technical skills. I went up there with the knowledge that, yes, I could make my case. So they call business communication skills a soft skill. But this so-called soft skill, it allowed me to speak up, take a chance, and save a company $30 million. Woo.